Hey everyone, Mike here with the watch list video for Monday, July 21st. Let's start right here. Quick description of what we're all about. The short version is we focus on in-play stocks and then we trade them intraday when we get those decent setups, all right? SPY's kind of hanging out at all-time highs, so that's not really a factor in trading right now. And let me go in, nice teamwork by the way on Friday. Let me go into what we're watching for Monday for possible intraday trades. CYCC. No, I don't think anyone on the planet knows why it had this pop, but the secondary pop is more explainable because when you get a big crazy volume move, a couple red days, a lot of times you'll get that second push higher. It actually held up better than I thought it would, and so the way this thing can move and all the traders that are watching it, if we get an A+ setup, that could give us a nice pop. So it definitely goes on watch. QBTS, I like that inside day. Okay, you had the big rip on Thursday, inside day on Friday. So now maybe we break Friday's high, then Thursday's high, and then this 1977, and you've got a clean breakout on the daily. The quantum plays are kind of in play right now. NVTS, sort of more a quiet, sleepy play, but it was a huge mover back here. Just been trending lower and a little extra volume on Friday and trying to maybe curl up. So maybe that one's getting ready to head back higher. XPON went out at the highs. Massive volumes, could certainly have a follow-through day. SPCE. Both days, Thursday and Friday, topped at 415. Maybe we get a setup through that. We'll see. Not in love with that one. UAVS closed about where it opened on massive volume. They did have a nice sounding headline in pre-market, but I didn't love the intraday action. I still think with that kind of volume, we want to keep our eyes on it, especially if the drone space gets going. BBAI. Just put in this recent high here and then a lower high on Friday. Sometime, especially if we break Friday's high, then you got this next catalyst just above. So definitely want to keep an eye on that. USAR is in the rare earth space, which is certainly hot. And you can kind of see a trend line from here to here to here. Broke that the other like a week ago and is holding up pretty well. And that whole rare earth space is definitely in the news. RDW. This is obscure, right? But it's had a little extra volume lately, and it popped, and then on Friday ended up having... Actually, if I went to 15-minute candles, you'd probably see a couple big volume spikes, like here and here, here. So as a day trader, I noticed those, and then I go back to the daily chart. There's no clear breakout here, but it's definitely been strong. My least favorite, maybe as far as like any kind of chart setup is concerned, but it's made some nice intraday moves. Doesn't cost me anything to have it on a chart. BZAI gapped up, sold off. At one point, I thought it was going to close at its highs, but it didn't. Anyway, we're going to keep that on watch for the next few days. LMFA, big move. So we'll see. I don't know what's up there. PEW, this is that old CLBR. And again, when it changed symbols, it opened at 2140, went all the way down to 924, and really closed around 10 bucks. You have 3 red days in a row. That's all the chart that Thinkorswim has given me right now. It didn't kind of adjust for the symbol change, but I still think this could give a nice bounce one of these days. As I said in chat on Friday, the thing I would love to see is PEW just kind of stay in a narrow range, like a buck range or so all day, and then in the afternoon break that high. Then we could get some short covering. That's the best scenario for me for a bounce play, all right? Poet has just been a really strong stock. Now you're 4 days in a row down into that buy zone between the 8 and 20 day. Could be watching, could be ready to turn back up. SQNS has almost round tripped, but I still think it's worth watching for a possible turn back up. So it goes on bounce watch. Also, OMEX is in the rare earth space and has a few days lower there into the 8 day. Also, this was resistance, that horizontal line, here and here. It's come back down after breaking it to retest the breakout spot. So I like that for a potential turn back up, especially if rare earths come into play. And then SRFM, not very clean, but had a big move and now is back down to the 20 day, which is also kind of former resistance right back here. And here you put the horizontal line there. So this is an area that's interesting for me to possibly bounce on Monday. All right, that's it. I'll see you guys in pre-market on Monday. I'll be there a little after 6 a.m. building a list of gappers to add to this list. Have a great night.